join me in welcoming Eric.
We'll go ahead and keep eating that chocolate back there. Don't let me hold you up here. So, because I want to be a writer, I wrote something for you tonight, very appropriate, right? So here we go. I'd like to start by thanking the Honors College for this award, God, and some people here tonight who have had a profound impact on my life during my time at IUPUI. Namely, Dr. Lin Zhu, my closest mentor, Tony Nastase, one of my closest friends, my family for their continued support, and perhaps most of all, my wife, Jennifer. I'd also like to say congratulations to my fellow graduating seniors, so please give yourselves another round of applause. When I first came down to IUPUI as a freshman, I was very impressed by everyone I met. The more that I've gotten to know many of you, the more honored I've come to feel to be your friend and colleague. But rather than reminiscing tonight, I'd like to share with you all one of my favorite quotes and two important lessons I've learned from it this year. Perhaps at graduation, the last thing you want to hear is another lecture, so I'll try and keep my comments brief. One of my favorite quotes is by a famous psychotherapist of the 20th century, Dr. Carl Rogers. He said, "The more that I open myself to the realities in me and the other person, the less do I find myself wishing to rush in and fix things." I think this speaks to two important points. First, I believe it addresses the idea in pop culture today of finding yourself or being true to yourself. Our society surrounds us with evaluations, which I think many of us use to evaluate ourselves and others. We tell ourselves we need to lose weight, work harder, be happier, the list goes on and on. Now, these evaluations are not inherently bad, but I think too many create a kind of disconnect, a dam, if you will, of emotions that can leave a person feeling disconnected, perhaps depressed or discontent. Dr. Rogers instead encourages people to be open to their experiences. It may sound silly at first, but I'd ask you to humor me and give it a try. The next time you start to criticize yourself, stop and simply allow yourself to feel what you feel. I know this has made a huge difference in my life over the last year. Simply allowing yourself to feel upset when something doesn't go your way, or taking the time to express your happiness when it does, can profoundly affect the way that you view yourself. This takes us to point number two. Number one is be open to your experiences. Point two is be open to those of others. Many of us are preparing to conclude a chapter of our lives and embark on a new one. Perhaps some of our guests here have written a few more chapters, but I'd like to think these points apply to us all. It is often too easy to constantly evaluate something that someone is saying to you. We ask ourselves, is that true? Are those pants too tight for her? Is he really that smart? Rather than simply accepting that person's experience. I know this has been a huge struggle for me, but I'm continually fascinated by the immense amount of information one can gain by being open to the experiences of others. Now, this room is full of extremely talented individuals, but I hope we never lose sight of the value of stepping outside of our comfort zones and allowing someone to teach us something new. After all, I married a fine artist who, in high school, did better than me in AP Biology. So I look out at you all tonight, and I feel that this room is full of potential energy for all you physicists out there. I hope you'll take the time to celebrate your accomplishments, yet never allow yourself to become satisfied by the knowledge you possess. You surely have so much to offer the world, but I would argue that the world will always have more to share with you. You know, I've had the privilege of immersing myself in a lot of different groups, from fine artists to honor science majors. And you know what each of them share in common? They all see incredible value in what they do. I think it is very easy for talented people to only see value in their own field. But I know I'm continually humbled by how little I know. It's a perk of being married. Now, I'm not only humbled by attending gallery openings, but I'm asked to fix something around our apartment. So, in closing, I encourage you all to never stop seeking out experiences to learn. Have the humility to listen, the courage to try something new, and you might just find yourself. Thank you all, and God bless.